the event list appearance and filters. Now you can see on this particular recording that there have been a number of events placed in the record just by looking at the timeline down at the bottom, even without opening up the event list. But let's go ahead and open the event list. Here's the event list, and I'm going to go ahead and dock this just to make it simple because we're going to be using it a lot. Now the event list consists of a number of different options for the columns: text, start time, priority, user, action, when entered, last change. And some of this information may be very useful to you, uh, perhaps not all of it. So what we can do is narrow down the list to things that you would actually use. So if I very much care about what the event is and when it occurred, but perhaps I'm not that interested in priority, action, not sure exactly what that is. When the event was entered, I may not care about, nor when the last change was. And in this case, I don't really care about who the user was that placed the event. Now, all that information can be brought back if you change your mind. So I've narrowed the list down to just what the event was and the start time. Now with the event, there's different things I can do and different types of events and different things I can do with each type of event. So if, for instance, I want to jump to something, let's say I'm going to jump to end of work. That jumps me to this event that was placed as a comment, and I have the option to set a priority for it. To edit the comment, I can actually change it to something else, add to it. I also have the option to delete it altogether or to jump to the next event of this type. Another event is a highlight, and if I jump to the highlight, you can see that I have the option on the highlights to simply delete the event, or I can change the name just by clicking on it and retyping. And then there's a seizure event, and with the seizure event, I have the option up here to delete the seizure event or to jump back and forth to other seizure events. Now you'll notice likewise as I change to these different kinds of events, under seizure event I have the option to show the go to window, and that allows me to jump to a particular spot in the recording. I can set up priority, I can delete the event, or I can copy the event to the clipboard. With the highlights, I have those same options. Now with seizure detections, I have fewer options. I can't change the type, but I can jump to the go-to window, or I can copy the events to the clipboard. The free text comments, as you've seen before, I have the option to jump to the go-to window, change the event priority, delete this event. And then finally, some of the pre-programmed events, like the eyes open and eyes closed, I do not have the opportunity to change the event, but I can set the priority, go to the go-to window, delete, or copy to the clipboard. Now in this list, there may be many events that you really don't care about. It looks like they started the recording, stopped the recording, stopped many times during the initial part of the recording, and we can get rid of some of those events by using our filters. So if I click the widget under filters, I get a list of events and event types that I can filter in or out. So right now you'll see that I have a little tab selected down at the bottom of that list that says all. So this event list contains all of the events that were placed throughout the recording, regardless of the event type. Now I can change that. I can come over here to the top and I can unselect all, and now we see none. I can select them all again. I can search for a particular event. So let's say I want to search for end. There's my end of work. I can also set up predefined filters. So what I've done is I've set up 3 predefined filters called Huey, Dewey, and Louie. No significance to the name, just wanted to let you know that you can name them whatever you want. And for Huey, what I've done is I have just simply checked the boxes that say patient events, that's the event button, and Cadwell spike in seizures that have been marked. For Dewey, what I have checked is the user events, so comments that were entered and user events. And for Louie, I have selected most of everything except the persist events. Let's say we're going to create another one. I'm going to add a new tab, and this one I think I will call Howard. Now for Howard, we start with everything checked. I'm going to uncheck everything because really all I want to see here is I want to see hyperventilation. I want to see the highlights. I want to see the patient events. That is the button presses. I want to see the user events that have been placed. And I want to see the spike in seizures. And now that's Howard. So I can jump from Huey, short list, Dewey, longer list. I can jump to all. I can jump to any of these and get the list that I prefer. And that's a quick summary of the event list filters.